Hey there, food lovers! Welcome back to the Food for Life channel, your go-to spot for delicious, easy-to-follow recipes. Today, we're diving into the world of homemade donuts. You heard that right. You can make light, fluffy, and oh-so-sweet donuts right at home, with simple ingredients. Forget the store-bought stuff. These donuts are much better, and we'll show you how to make them from scratch. Let's get started. First, we're going to activate our yeast. Combine 1/2 cup of warm water in a small bowl with 2 tablespoons of active dry yeast. Add 1 tablespoon of sugar to this mix. The sugar helps feed the yeast, and the warm water helps it bloom. Please stir it quickly to make sure everything's dissolved. Now, let it sit for about 10 minutes. Sorry, my camera stopped filming while I was pouring the ingredients. You'll know it's ready when it starts to foam up. While the yeast is getting bubbly, let's move on to the next step. In a large bowl, combine 1/2 cup of warm milk, 4 tablespoons of sugar, and 1 egg. The milk should be warm, but not hot. A little warmer than body temperature, which helps the dough rise faster. Whisk them together until they're smooth and well combined. Once that's done, we will add 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. Stir it again, then add 3 cups of all-purpose flour. Start stirring with a spatula. Now add about 1½ teaspoon of salt while mixing. It is time for our foamy yeast mixture to be added to this bowl. Just pour it right in. Give everything a good mix. You want all those wet ingredients to come together nicely. Keep mixing for about 5 to 7 minutes. Next, we add 3 tablespoons of butter, 1 tablespoon at a time. The butter should be softened but not melted to incorporate it into the dough easily. Knead the dough as you go. Don't worry if the dough gets sticky at first. It will become soft and smooth as you go, I promise. It's time to knead the dough on a lightly floured surface. Transfer it to the floured surface and start working it. Knead for about 8 to 10 minutes. The dough should become smooth and elastic, but not too sticky. If it's a bit too sticky, you can always sprinkle in a little more flour, just a tablespoon at a time. You want the dough to be soft but firm, and it should bounce back slightly when you press it with your finger. By the way, if you are new to my channel, welcome. And for all the viewers, thank you for staying tuned this far. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Also, please don't forget to press the bell icon if you want to see more delicious recipes like this. All right, now comes the hardest part, patience. Place your dough in a lightly oiled bowl and cover it with a clean kitchen towel. Let it rise for about an hour in a warm, draft-free place, or until doubled in size. Don't rush this step. The longer it rises, the fluffier and lighter your donuts will be. While the dough is rising, I am going to make my coatings ready. For coating, you can use granulated sugar for a classic touch, or even cinnamon sugar, any kind of syrup, or sprinkles, chocolates if you want a little extra flavor. There are many to choose from. My favorite coating is dark chocolate. What kind of donut coating you like? Write it in the comment section below, so let boil some water in a pan. Throw your chocolate pieces in a glass bowl and stir it until it melts. I am also making sugar syrup coating by simply adding 2 cups of sugar in to 1 cup of water and letting it boil for 5 minutes. Once your dough has risen, it should look something like this, all puffy and airy. Now that your dough has risen, it's time to punch it down to release any air pockets. Then, transfer it to a floured surface and roll it out to about 1/2 inch thick. Here comes the fun part, shaping the donuts. Use a round cutter or a glass to cut out your donut shapes. If you have a donut cutter, even better! After that, use a smaller cutter to cut out the hole in the middle. Don't waste the scraps! You can re-roll them and cut out more donuts, or even make donut holes. Now, it's time for frying. Heat a large pot of vegetable oil to about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the perfect temperature for frying your donuts. You can use a thermometer or test the oil by dropping a small piece of dough in. If it sizzles and floats to the surface, you're good to go. Carefully drop your donuts into the hot oil, making sure not to crowd the pan. Fry them for about 1 to 2 minutes on each side, or until they're golden brown. Use tongs or a slotted spoon to flip them. You'll see them puff up beautifully. Once they're golden and crispy on both sides, remove them from the oil and place them on a paper towel-lined plate to drain the excess oil. While the donuts are still warm, you should coat them with sugar. Just roll each donut in the sugar until it's completely coated, or dip them in the syrup or chocolate. The sugar sticks really well while the donuts are warm, giving them that perfect sweetness in every bite. And there you have it, homemade donuts, soft and fluffy on the inside, with that perfect golden crust on the outside. These are perfect for breakfast, a snack, or just a little treat whenever you're in the mood for something sweet. Thanks for joining us today on Food for Life. Give this recipe a try, you will love it. If you enjoyed this recipe, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more tasty creations. Don't forget to share your donut photos with us. We love seeing how you make these recipes your own. Happy cooking!
Like and subscribe.